Guys, welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this one, we have Trump claims India and Pakistan fought over Kashmir for 1,500 years. Oh my God, 1,500. We finna jump in and find out. Before we do, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe, give a video a thumbs up. Also, if you like to support the channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit that join button to receive your exclusive benefits. Let's dive right in.
Almost a week since the Pahalgam attack and the cold-blooded killing of 26 Indians, yet the global response
Ridiculous.
has been little more than ignorance. World leaders may have pledged solidarity, but do they really care beyond that? Look at Donald Trump, the President of the United States, arguably the most powerful man in the world. What does he have to say about Kashmir? Listen to this.
I'm very close to India and I'm very close to Pakistan, as you know. And they've had that fight for 1,000 years in Kashmir. Kashmir's been going on for 1,000 years, probably longer than that. And it was a bad one yesterday, though. That was a bad one. Over 30 people.
Are you concerned that there's now tensions on the border between them? Are you concerned about how concerned are you about
Well,
that?
there have been tensions on that border for 1,500 years. So, the same as it's been. But they'll get it figured out one way or the other. I'm sure that it's. I know.
It might just be me. It might, but it looked like my guy might have had a drink or two before answering these questions. It looked, and again, it might just be me. I could be completely off about this, but it looks to me like a drink or two was had before answering these questions.
Both leaders. There's great tension between Pakistan and India, but there always has been.
There's been tension on that border for 1,500 years, he said. India and Pakistan have been fighting for 1,500 years. That's what Donald Trump has said. 1,500 years. You can almost hear South Asian historians screaming into the void. Anyone with a high school education knows this. Pakistan did not exist before 1947.
It ain't even 100 years. It ain't even been 100 years. He said 1,500. I'm telling y'all, I could tell from the interview, but to me, a drink or two was had. To me, a drink or two was had, but that's crazy. It hasn't even. It had the country of Pakistan hasn't existed for 100 years, but there's tensions on the border for 1,500.
And Kashmir became a flashpoint only after partition, and yet Trump thinks he's discovered some ancient blood feud. The faux pas would have been funny if it did not symbolize something so stark, the unabashed ignorance and insensitivity of the West. For them, a terror attack in South Asia is not a tragedy. It's a feature of the landscape.
That's crazy.
If a bomb goes off in Paris, it's a terror attack. If it's
And as I was laughing, it was not about the attack that happened. I'm laughing at Donald, not at the situation that happened, because that's absolutely tragic. And for lives to be lost, valuable lives being taken, not lost, being taken before their time is absolutely disgusting. And terrorism to me is just it's pure evil. And that's definitely not funny at all. I'm laughing at Donald because, my guy, you the leader. You the leader over here. You the president of the United States. And you said they've been arguing tension for 1,500 years. Pakistan ain't existed for 100 years. That's what I'm laughing about. So if it seemed any other way, please, please, please understand. That's not the situation.
New York, it is terrorism that must be avenged. The perpetrators are named. They are hunted and crushed. But the same thing happens in Kashmir. And the vocabulary changes. Suddenly, it's a long-standing dispute. The killers become phantoms. Their affiliations are blurred. Look at the United Nations Security Council, the body responsible for global peace and security. The UNSC has condemned the terror attack in Kashmir's Pahalgam, and this is their statement. I'm quoting. The UN Security Council has strongly condemned the terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam. In a statement, Council members emphasized that terrorism is a major threat to global peace and must be fought in all its forms.
Agreed.
Guess what? The UNSC just pulled off a magic trick. It made the killers vanish from its statement. And how did that happen? Reports suggest the initial statement mentioned the TRF, the resistance force, TRF, an offshoot of the Pakistani terrorist group Lashkar-e-Toiba. The TRF initially claimed responsibility for the attack. Then they backtracked and they said that their platform had been hacked. With this, they tried to evade responsibility. The United Nations was happy to buy this sorry excuse.
Oh.
After all, the TRF is not even designated as a terrorist organization by the UN. In their final statement, the TRF was not named because Pakistan has friends in the right place. I'm talking about its big brother, China. China is one of the permanent members of the UN Security Council, and it rallied to get the TRF's name out of the draft. Islamabad argued.
I just don't understand like how the West looks at this and just, of course, I don't know why I said I don't understand. I do. The West has been very hypocritical. If it were to happen to them, it's terrorism. Happens to India, it's a dispute. Which is absolutely sickening. And you wonder why, like, when everybody was trying to get India to condemn Russia, like, y'all don't care about it. Why do y'all care about India when you want them to condemn someone but when something like this happens in the West, no, nobody cares. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insanity.
That there wasn't enough evidence to blame the TRF. It called for an independent investigation. Beijing backed the proposal. The UNSC went along with it. And that's how we got that useless generic statement. Although it was hardly surprising. We've always known that this hypocrisy and double standard exists. Year after year, India is asked to show restraint. Year after year, India is told not to escalate.
Yeah.
When the West bleeds, the world must stand still.
Yeah.
When India bleeds, it's a 1,500-year-old fight that they will sort out. The fact is terrorism, whether it strikes Paris, New York, or Pahalgam.
Agreed.
If the world will not say it, then India must.
Greeting you with aloha.
Completely agree. It's absolute BS that when it's happened in India, nobody cares. But that's the hypocrisy of the West, unfortunately. That's all we have for this video. If you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, check out the next, and I'll see y'all next time.